Bones are amazing things. They hold us up. They support us. They make us strong. But bones have other uses. In the past, bones were thrown by diviners, seeking out the mysteries of the future. Now the bones are cubes, made of plastic or resin, but they still reveal things to us. As they fall from our fingers and rattle across the table, the story becomes clear. Welcome to Bone Throwers Theater, an RPG actual play podcast.
Welcome back to Bone Throwers Theater. I'm Jeff.
This is Johnny.
This is Aaron.
This is Jeremy.
And I'm Jordan, and we have just finished the first 4 episodes of our new campaign, Season 1 of the new campaign. And it was a bit of a brooding, pensive 4 episodes.
A lot happened.
Yeah.
Our favorite bar blew up.
Yeah. Establish your favorite bar, blow it up. I've read GMing advice that says that you should introduce a new character every game and kill a character, an NPC every game. I said, well, who cares about characters? Let's kill locations instead. So,
yeah. That really could be the D20 Damage Cafe.
It was pretty much.
That's exactly what it was, because it was going to blow up with 4 sticks of dynamite. So there you go.
Yep.
I think dynamite's going to be my new favorite weapon to start carrying around. 5d of damage per stick.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
You'd have to actually purchase it. It's not one that you get standard, though.
Well, it can't be that difficult.
Why not? In
this country?
Do you think the council lets you
In
carry
this
it?
country?
The council would let me carry it.
Are you sure?
If you were still working for them.
So yeah, this is like our first real experience in the world. What do you think of it so far?
We joked. I think it was always in between episodes that why do we live in this country? Why haven't we tried to move?
That was during episode. That's how I ended up with Fate Point.
Because who says this is the bad one?
Well, yeah, this could be the good one. I don't know. Yeah.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, this planet's terrible. We built it.
Yeah, what does that say about us?
I know.
Well, anyway, it's just one by one something new, a new regulation, a new restriction comes out, and you're just like, ooh.
And
This is bad.
I recorded them in the log each time, and each time I'm trying to remember what some of them were. It's like, oh, new proxies are sent for reprogramming. That one.
Well, that was specifically because that proxy was a member of the military.
I mean,
But still.
curfews imposed by based on your job.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if
And you have to be issued a vehicle. You can't just purchase a vehicle. You're not allowed to own one unless you are given it by the government.
Mm-hmm.
and you are mandated to donate X amount of marks to some government organization.
No. That's the amount allotted to you by the council. Like the council, that's not a donation that you have to give to a certain organization.
That's how much the council gives
That's
to
the amount that the council gives to the organization.
Oh.
So any donation that you give to the organization above and beyond.
Okay.
Yeah,
That makes more sense.
It's not like
it sounded like
it's not quite like taxes.
It sounded like
mandatory charitable giving.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like, because Gaspard said, "Yeah, I give above and beyond the."
I just meant, it's more than the allotment that the council actually gives to the
fire department. Okay, I thought it's like I was required to give this much, but I give more.
No.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want it to be that way? Because it's easy enough to.
I don't know. They both work.
I'll have to think about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
When we were talking about this, it was kind of the idea of a Soviet superpower kind of deal.
Yeah.
So I wanted it to be very regimented in terms of the legal system and everything like that. And honestly, a lot of the regulations and stuff just came up as natural roadblocks to what you guys were trying to do. So,
well, I mean, I kind of like it because it gives more allusion to who's running things. Because there was the time the standoff between the major and Julian, whereas Julian's like, well, the council has approved me to investigate this. And it's like, well, I can't give you any information unless you have approval. It's like, I have approval.
But not our approval.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, and afterwards, it made me think of was like, okay, is there some form of dissension even in the council where the council, part of the council knows that things are horribly wrong. So some things like Julian's approval to investigate something slips through the cracks.
Right.
I wasn't
Hoping that it will come to light.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about that, honestly. I was just going off of my experience with corporate or with government bureaucratic issues. Because my experience is that there are no actually clear definitions because people don't follow the regulations properly. So everything that you're trying to do as a job is actually a moving target. Like you never actually have a solid hit on any of your actual objectives. Mm-hmm. They're going to come back and
you have to have objectives first.
Right. And then they're going to come back and tell you that things are changing to a completely different thing. And you sit in meetings all the time and you're told, at least in my experience, you're told change is the only thing that we can expect from, and that's just the way that it is.
Change is the only constant.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so
It's an oxymoron.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was taking that idea and applying it to the extreme where you might have civilian authority to investigate, but you don't have military authority to investigate.
Even though it's both from the council.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it could be the dissension within the council.
It could be.
I mean,
We don't know the council.
and I just say that, and the reason it made me think of it, because we talked about last time in the prologue that my character is loosely based off of Fox Mulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, so
that is a very
conspiracy-
X-Files thing,
Yes.
that he gets fed information
From people
who are not supposed to be feeding him information. Yeah.
And also, the idea that there's something that you can't know because people are throwing a roadblock in your way. Well, that's just going to make you go at it even harder.
Right.
That's a lot of fun. And also, that was one of the things, like, when I was writing the stuff down, the plot for the game today, I'm like, he's a young Fox Mulder. Be sure to make things kind of conspiracy theory-ish.
I love the scene in the hospital.
Yeah.
Because as soon as Gaspard started talking, Julian is like, I need to listen to everything that this guy says.
And it was funny to watch it because Julian versus Jerr. Jerr's like, get me out of here, get me out of here, get me out of here.
And Julian's like, no. Give me more. You were saying things that I need to hear.
Jerry was definitely like, I need to leave. I need to leave now. I need to leave 10 minutes ago. I didn't need to walk into this room.
Yeah, I really enjoy challenging Jeff in particular as a player.
There's one point in that scene where, as a player, I'm like, this Gaspard guy is even crazier with his conspiracy theories than Julian is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows if he's right or not.
Yeah, who knows?
But the thing is, with Jeff as a character, he's like, for Demetrius Norton, he was like, everything has to be in its place. Okay. So a tool is just slightly out of alignment with the rest of the tools.
Things just annoying.
Yeah. Jerry is like, I can't have anybody know who I am. I know exactly who you are.
Yeah. I knew that's what you were doing, and I was like, okay, I gotta play my character.
Yeah. But
He's gonna be frustrated and not want to deal with it. And
Willis Masters is all about his job, doesn't want any distractions. Oh, Abigail Winters falls in your lap.
yeah.
that was Carlin, though.
Oh, then Jordan ran with it.
Jordan was like, I like the idea, let's go.
I like all your ideas, and I go with all of them. Like, how much of this first session was based off of what you guys put in your backgrounds and what happened
Yeah.
in the previous episode?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know Chime didn't get a whole bunch of screenplay today.
Yeah, but the whole interaction with Kohler and
Yeah, but I mean, I knew that your direct contribution to the session was going to be your interaction with your brother, and, and it had to be. I had to work it in somehow, and
It was a very deep moment in the story so far.
Well, it was a deep. It was a deep moment, not because it was a deep moment between the two of them. It was a deep moment because for all of us that were listening in, knew the bombs that were just dropped.
Yeah, just nonchalantly, just like, I've kind of adopted them. Oh shit! Excuse my French.
it's definitely
The line, the one that got me the most was when it says, and their parents have given them to us. And it's like, oh, no, they haven't.
I could see you over there just looking angrier and angrier.
I wish the listeners could have seen my face then,
Oh, yeah.
So I mentioned earlier today that I based my descriptions off of different famous people. I didn't get a chance to say it. Let me go ahead and read the description for Kohler and see if you guys get who this is. If not, I'll tell you. A tall and gangly, blue piercing eyes with a long nose.
Loki.
Soft voice with some vocal fry.
Steven Tyler?
Tim McVeigh.
Oh,
Timothy McVeigh is the one who Oklahoma City.
Oklahoma City. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll have to Google.
I've watched a few Tim McVeigh documentaries recently, so because he was very instrumental. Like the Oklahoma City bombing was a direct result of federal actions that were taken at Ruby Ridge and also at Waco.
Yes. I mean, it was also a direct result of him being
Very militantly,
off his rocker.
yeah. But I mean, when I was thinking about it, I was like, who is this character that that makes the most sense? It's Choler in a lot of ways, especially from his description as someone who seems to be a little bit sociopathic, and so I wanted to work that into the story some way. But yeah, he's the kind of guy who will look you straight in the eye and is like saying, "I hope you don't think that I'm an evil person. I'm just telling you this from my heart," And then it goes off and says something that's completely monstrous.
I was severely freaking out when he started sweating.
I kind of was too. I was like, oh no, another fire!
I thought you were going to kill me there.
In public?
Yes.
Jeff is like, oh, do I have to go to another one?
Especially because I'm the worst firefighter ever.
All right, yes.
It's because
Jeff built
it was
his character as
it
a
was
firefighter, but
coordination.
then doesn't have a firefighting skill.
I don't know. Is
should probably write that in there.
be coordination? I mean, I see it.
Yeah, it was coordinating. You have to
Yeah, I
coordinate
guess
user
what else it'd be other than
techniques.
reflexes?
There's a lot of athletics involved in it too.
Yeah.
That's part of why I put it all into physique.
Yeah.
It requires a lot of
Yes, but you didn't
Physical-
write firefighting
physical
down as a
stamina
skill
stuff.
anywhere, so.
Yeah, I would allow you to add that and sink some points into it.
Yes, but you still only put 3 in physique. So that just gives you 1
That's
extra.
because he put a lot into his extra normal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you would have to. Natural magic for the win.
Yeah. I don't even have to roll for mine. Mine are just passive.
It's baked into your stats. Yeah.
What is your?
So I have an uncanny aptitude, which is
He's yet to use it.
column. Well, no, I have used it.
Oh,
It's-
that's right. That's right.
It's a +1 to presence rolls of targets and negative attitude. Mm-hmm. And then a skill bonus, a +1 to charm, con, and persuasion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's actually a perfect skill for the kind of character he was trying to build.
Yeah.
And again, that goes to the flexibility of the Open D6 build system,
Yeah.
that you can make something work from any idea.
This phobia is kicking my butt, though.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
a fire.
Well, it's specifically fear of fire elementals, but being around so much fire is not helping.
Well, just let me know if you need me to ease off on that.
Well,
throttle
well,
back.
that's like when
I think Johnny just needs to figure out how to do it.
yeah. Well, that's when I was talking to Captain Perry. It's like that's right. Refer to the fire elementals as elementals. I kept calling them monsters.
Yeah. Which I thought was a very nice touch.
That was good.
Well, it showed your fear of specifically fire elementals.
Yeah.
Because the rest of them are just like the elementals.
Yeah,
this
exactly.
elemental.
And that one scene, that very first interaction that Julian and Chime had in this whole entire story highlights the difference in how the reaction to what you were opposed to.
Yeah.
Whereas Julian, I mean, he sees fire elementals as probably just as evil as Chime does, but his goal is to, I guess, expose them for what they really are.
And I was fine talking to you about the explosion, but as soon as you start talking about the fire at the base...
Yeah, so, that difference is if there's something wrong, Julian wants to talk about it to get the truth out of what is really going on. Whereas you knew that... that fire elementals are bad.
Yeah.
So you're like, I don't want to talk about it. You just want to sweep it under the rug.
Well, it's not a matter of sleeping on the rug as much as I don't want to talk about it because I'm afraid of it.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's one interpretation of sweeping it under the rug is
Just not dealing
just
with
not,
it at all.
not dealing with it.
Yeah, honestly, that's the way that in real life, that's how I deal with a lot of problems. It's like, is something too hard to deal with? Well, then I just don't do it.
In the game-wise, like, if you had asked me about that at a different point that was not right after I'd been in another fire, it may have been a different response. But the two combined was just too much for my emotions.
Yeah, and Sam was a lot of fun to meet.
Sam has fun.
Yeah, Sam just wants to have fun.
There wasn't a whole lot of shade
No.
in this session.
When they were at
We
dinner,
got to see more of Sam.
And I think that's one of the things I think I'm looking forward to, the ebb and flow of shade. Because I think shade has the potential to be abused. But so that's what I'm saying. Like as players, shade is fun.
Yeah.
But as a character flaw, I think shade only being there in certain moments where it's like high pressure, high stress, I think that'll be lots of fun rather than consistently every single time you turn around.
Okay, that's what you mean by abused.
Yeah,
Overplayed.
Whereas like at the dinner,
I was
at the
trying
dinner,
to not.
shade was a good companion there because
I was trying to not like be there the entire time, but still like interject when I thought that it would be interesting to see what happened.
especially because Sam is trying to still keep her
Like
secret.
order her soup too.
Yeah,
Yes,
that was awesome.
that was a lot of fun.
I like a salad. Oh, soup it is. She'll take the soup too.
Yeah. I said salad.
But so like with Sam still trying to keep her secret, and that's when then she thinks that she's receiving these advances of a woman, she's not wanting to expose herself, and so it would have been a high stress situation.
Yeah.
And so Shade would start poking out a bit, a little more.
Ooh, and when Jordan forced me to come up with some mythos there on the spot,
Let's go.
that's another thing that Julian is going to have to go back and start to look up and research now. Are there, I guess, some residual echoes of elementals like out in the world, like that can be picked up on after the fact? Like, because that was my intention, is saying it's like the gust of wind going into the building and then echoing what Shade had said, let's go help it.
That's exactly what happened as we were walking in.
Yeah.
So that'd be
that's weird.
yeah.
And the thing that I said that Julian is going to have to research, but it's going to take a little bit more research from the investigations. He's pretty much surmised that the elemental that is starting the fires is the elemental that has bonded with Aelin.
That's the implication.
Yes. Because that signature was present in his apartment before she was taken.
Yeah.
And the investigation he's going to go do, because you mentioned in that casual conversation with the construction worker that Greenhaven, their accident happened and the dome.
Yeah, there was a rupture to the dome.
Yeah, the dome was ruptured. So he wants to go back and see if that rupture was caused by a similar heat signature. which would confirm his suspicion that the fire elemental that was bonded with his mother is now bonded with Aelin.
So Sam has the ability to give you sight to see infrared. I just thought I'd share that.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So you can't see it past, but you can see it. And as long as there's not extreme heat ambient, because then it'll blind you. That's the impression that I get from the spell documentation.
And you can cast that for other people too?
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
Gives it to you for 24 hours.
Oh man, you could use that to help someone or to just totally cripple someone.
Right? Yeah, because that's what when we were at the bar at the Slippery Weasel, Sam, I was waiting for you to say something about heat signature while Sam was drunk and we were all just kind of chilling out there, and I was just going to try to cast it and just watch you freak out. Alas, you did not say it.
Well, I didn't say it. I thought it.
Yeah.
Because I went to investigate the sensor.
Yep. Because I was just like, oh, get the dice ready. Oh.
That would have been funny.
And that's why I wanted you guys to upload your stuff to the Facebook Messenger chat so you could look over each other's. And then you wouldn't have been.
I looked, but I just briefly perused. It's not like I didn't memorize each and everybody's
and
abilities.
Just because you know that wouldn't mean you
would have done that. Yeah.
You wouldn't have asked.
Yeah.
Right.
Sam.
Obviously.
Hey,
person I just met.
Can you hook me up with some special abilities? But you could have said something like, "Man, I wish I could see what the heat signature
only
is
I could
like."
see the heat.
Or if I had something to figure it out.
He wouldn't have said that. Julian wouldn't have said that because he starts off being skeptical of everybody, especially the fact that 2 fires in the past 3 days, and you're at both of them.
Both of us are at both of them.
Well, I mean, he didn't know that until he had said that.
Oh yeah, because he didn't see him at the previous one.
Yeah.
Right. And on top of that, Sam's a little shady.
Well, he already had the suspicions that Shade is bonded with Sam. Hasn't been able to confirm that yet, but has suspicions.
All right, let's go ahead and talk advancement. 10 points from Jordan, straight off the bat.
Advancement. Okay. Character advancement. I'd say Chime actually advanced a lot just because of the talking to Goler.
Julian got
the research.
Tons of information about his goals. Like, especially Aelin.
That's true.
Like, tons of information.
That's true. But some of it some of it he knows, and some of it you know, but he doesn't.
Right. That's some of the information you have on Aelin isn't information that you have. It's information.
Well, I mean, even with that, he still has.
Yeah, he still learned a lot.
Crap, she's going around and starting all.
Yeah.
He doesn't think she is. He knows that the fire elemental is going around and starting all this. So I mean, actually, that fuels some of his other goals as well. Because one of his goals is to try to learn how to safely disbond an elemental, which he needs to do now that he knows this elemental is. I mean, to be honest, he doesn't want to
kill his daughter.
That too, and doesn't want anybody else to paint her as a bad person.
Right. And
that ties into one of my goals is to safely disbond, which I hope you caught that. I threw that out to to you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you very blatant.
But it wasn't subtle.
It wasn't subtle. It was very blatant, but it was a cue to say like, okay, here's a way that I can get into what you're trying to do, so we can work together on that have a reason to work together on that.
I liked that interaction too, where it was sort of the conflict of interest right after that hospital scene, where Julian was just saying to Jerr's like, look, stop trying to hide and get this thing over and done with. Get the truth out, and that's the only way to move forward, kind of thing.
I think we're going to have a lot of that conflict of interest in this campaign in general, and I'm looking forward to how that plays out.
Yeah, and that was something that I wanted to bring in because that was one of the hallmarks of the Terra Proximus campaign was characters butting heads.
Interpersonal relationships.
Yeah. And so, with this campaign, Angel's Guard kind of stepped away from that because I wanted to do something where you're all working.
It was
together.
more cooperative until George Glaive showed up.
Yeah. But even after,
But you know what? After like unity to the rest of the group.
Yes, it did.
after a couple
Sessions, then
then
especially when we went to the Fey realm, then everybody was
Yeah, it was like,
organized
well, I think
together.
it was us against them. So,
At that point, it definitely was us against them.
George brought unity to the rest of the group. They had a common enemy.
an enemy.
And then
and then common enemy.
Well, and then he proved himself slowly, inch by inch,
Yeah.
to us, and we were like, all right.
Did he? I don't even remember.
well,
He did like one small thing after another small thing after
he
another small
proved
thing.
himself to Demetrius, not Demetrius, but to
Oh yeah, he proved himself
Grayson.
to Grayson when he didn't throw Grayson under the bus when he
Uh-huh.
did.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So anyway,
Advancement.
advancement.
so yeah.
I don't think we ever figured that out.
No, we didn't.
No, we haven't. That's what I'm asking.
My vote's on Chime.
So you say Chime.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go with, I'm losing it, my brain's
Julian?
going. Yeah, Julian. Because he did get a lot of info.
Yeah. It's a tough one.
And he also has info on its way to him through other characters. If it ever
comes out,
if it
I
ever
mean,
works
he may not even-
if it ever works its way out.
that's a situation where Chime might not even see that as important to the mission.
To mention the name. I mean, he might mention that his brother has kids,
Yeah.
but why would he mention the names weren't important to him? So it's like he could hold on to that information for like 6 sessions and you would never know until he's like,
Well, even beyond that, Chime and Julian don't have any real relationship yet.
right.
No.
Did I say their names when?
Yes,
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
Yes.
You intentionally said their names so that the rest of us would be like,
Are you saying that I like to goad my players?
There's no
Yes.
direct relationship with Chime and Julian yet.
It's good
really.
I would say, I mean, I do think Julian did a lot, but I was also going to point out that, or advanced a lot. I would say that Sam advanced a lot as well. Went from being a bum walking around trying to find a job to,
oh, job. Yeah, he has a job.
you have a job. And,
Does it pay?
Well, we,
Didn't
ask that
discuss
question.
pay. Didn't discuss pay at all.
I take that back.
You have an internship.
That's true.
I don't think he's paying expenses.
How do you expense
check
record
request.
a covert humanitarian group?
Very carefully. Very, very covertly.
Yeah, so I mean, I think Sam definitely advanced a bunch.
I am employed, maybe not gainfully.
Yeah, not gonna lie. Jerr intentionally didn't advance.
He dragged his feet every step of the way.
He did.
It's like, damn it, just go, oh, hey, yeah, I remember you. And then, like, an hour and a half worth of gameplay would have resulted. So.
I'm gonna go with Julian.
A lot of bombs were dropped on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I honestly didn't expect all these bombs this early, but
No, there was a lot of revelation really early. It's
So what does that mean going forward? How much
Yeah.
is, how many layers are
it's actually
on
going
this
to be
onion?
a 2-session campaign.
he plans to kill us all. He's gonna bring out the book next time. He's like, so you remember 20? Now it's 40.
remember that gem you need to live?
Hey, Julian knows how to survive outside of the dome.
Well, so does Jerr.
So, did we ever make a consensus?
Bye-bye, Chime.
Yeah.
Julian.
Bye bye, John.
So now best role playing.
Now, best roll.
I'm gonna say Aaron.
What, just for the sleeping pills?
Well, just in general, like everything.
That
you
was
did.
another thing when I was like, order her soup too. I was like, this is an opportunity for the sleeping pills.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I
know.
would have had to roll against that because it wasn't for that use. It was to put her to sleep. So if we went back to her apartment where I thought this was going to end up, I could put her to sleep and just wake up in the morning next to her.
Oh my God,
Make
it was
her
amazing.
think that we had sex while she was drunk. That was my plan.
So it was the avoid sex roofie.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
That was the plan, but then it didn't even go there.
I have to vote for Aaron as well, just because there was so much of that.
There was a lot of quick thinking on your feet. Like, I don't even remember the context, but I just remember laughing so hard that Jordan said something and then ended his sentence with "for the council." And you're like, "For the council."
That's not what I meant.
It was with Katari, and Katari's like, "This is not for the council."
And then you said, "For the council," which I like because
He just got out of the military.
Right, it was like an engraved
programmed response.
Uh-huh.
And where I guess Julian has been so far removed and is purposely looking for the underlying dirt underneath everything, which is why he's always saying, like, facetiously, "For the council."
Yeah, my vote's for Aaron tonight.
Yeah, mine too.
Fair.
Solid EA.
Aaron gets best role playing.
Snackage.
There's some good snacks over there tonight.
I'm gonna have to go with the tacos.
I saw you going back for more and more tacos. You enjoyed them.
There we go.
I had good 4 tacos.
Out of the spread, though, and this seems odd, I'm going to have to go with the Takis. The least effort put into the... Usually, it's the other way around. You have somebody, they cook this, they cook this, they cook this. Oh, dang it, I just brought a bag of chips. But for me, that gets the vote.
Who brought the
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
So yes, we had Takis. We had chicken tacos.
We had bacon wrapped chicken
pinwheels.
Yeah, chicken pinwheel things with cheese dip.
and we had Jack Daniels bacon mac and cheese.
Which was good.
It was good.
Well, my top 2 already have a vote for them, so.
And the Takis and the tacos.
I like the pinwheels, honestly.
So and that's mine was going to be the Takis or the pinwheels. So
I think it's going to be Takis.
Yeah, Takis I think got the most.
The underdog comes from behind.
But no, like
It came from behind.
You couldn't stay away from the Takis. I mean, you had to keep going back for them.
But the best part was like on the Facebook group that we're a part of for RPG podcasters. This guy was like, "Guys, I'm doing my first group all together podcast. What are some tips?" And so I went on there and I wrote this whole long list. And it's like one of them: bribe them with points for food, give them experience for food. And I'm like telling them, "Oh, we've had beer and cheese soup. We've had homemade cheesecake. We've had."
Go comment on that thread. And now Takis.
Yep,
We just hit the spot tonight.
they very much did.
That is recorded, so let it be written, so let it be done. Now, what would you guys like to see next time?
Death and destruction and mayhem.
No, what would you like to see? Not Sam.
Oh.
Death and destruction.
Safety and
Safes. Yeah, safety safes.
Safety safes.
Safes that don't blow up.
yeah.
The safe didn't blow up.
No.
Or did it? I don't know. We haven't figured out what actually blew up.
That was something I wanted to talk about. It was my theory and how it was disbarred or thrown away.
Okay.
But I still want to talk about my theory.
Okay, let's go ahead and talk about your theory.
How the fire elemental pushed out the water elemental and took over the body.
Yeah.
I think it would work only with water elementals.
I've actually told you exactly how it happened.
Yeah, you did.
You did?
You did?
I gave you all the information of how it happened.
There was lots of salt.
Salt.
Dehydrated.
Yes.
No.
Well, it was...
That's what salt does.
And there was a ring of salt. And there was a fire that started at the ring of salt. I assume outside of the ring of salt.
Or inside the rings.
Inside the ring. The salt was from the body.
No. Was it? There was a ring of salt around the safe.
Yeah, it was like almost like how
Like some
in
of your
Supernatural
ward
they
off.
make a ring of salt to keep
Yeah, like how
spirits
Dresden
out.
does.
Yeah.
Or elementals
Yeah.
out.
We'll let you think about it, but all the information that would
And
give you the ability
what's
to
his
solve
face? Gaspar is an
Earth.
Earth proxy.
Which you should be able to get salt
So
from.
yeah,
Earth proxy.
he could use it to get salt.
I just wonder who the body was since the chip got stolen.
Well, I know who stole the chip.
Right, there had to be another person in there.
Yeah.
Or Gaspar has it hidden on himself.
Well, that would be a big twist.
That would be a
Everyone
big
for a
twist.
ride.
He hasn't been able to get out of the hospital bed because it's in his jail pouch.
Well, your Gaspard theories are wrong.
all your fire theories are wrong, or your proxy theories are wrong. But no, I gave you all the information, but we'll just have to see how long it takes to piece together.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway. Well, maybe the better question is, what would you like to do next time?
I'd like to see all of us start working together.
Yeah. Which we have the pieces to do. Is just
Right,
getting
Everybody in the same room.
well.
Same fire.
I mean, I
We
could
got okay. The thing is, we got everybody together for the first time, but then it was everybody's together, and then the people just went, "I'm gonna leave because we're drunk." I don't know what else. No, I know.
Because
Julian.
yes, I cannot remember that name. Because Julian wandered off to look at the heat signatures.
No, but then I came back.
Did he?
I came right back.
He came right
I
back.
went off to continue doing my job.
We were
He
drunk.
came right back and
we
started talking to me about the fire elemental.
Yeah.
Aaron says teamwork, the party working together.
What I was gonna
Starting
say,
good.
I think it'd be oddly enough, it would be easiest for Julian and Sam to actually start working together.
Sam has some of the information now that, because I'm working for the organization that you used to be a part of,
Yes.
Yes.
that you want to know more information about. And Chime's working with us too, because
Yeah. He ain't got nothing better to do.
Well, yes, he's working, but he's got to get over that hurdle
yeah.
of. I mean, when he figures out that the organization that he's trying to unhinge is called Fire Draco, Fire Drakes.
And that my brother is part of it.
That'll be sad.
Kidnapping children.
And then we have to get Jeff's character Jerr over the hurdle too of look, people know who you are.
Deal with it.
The way to stop people from knowing who you are is to get
Kill
rid of
them.
this organization. If you don't, they will be around to spread all your nasty rumors. Ooh, I know they will come in eventually because it's Jordan.
Nasty rumors.
But the rumors.
Oh, and I thought I don't even have my rumors printed out and with me, so I got to figure out where they are again.
I never.
Yeah, you need to
You
give
never
me
did
some.
them? Come on, Jeff.
Good. No. As long as you don't do them, then you probably won't use them.
That's
Liar.
No. So he actually.
Jeff needs to do them so he doesn't use all of mine against me.
No, he has already brought in one of mine. So I have seen that.
Yes, I do have them.
In the prologue.
I think you sent them to me in the Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
So
Well, then I totally missed it.
we've used it. Yes,
Yeah.
we used one of the rumors.
I totally missed it.
Rumor
Then.
has it.
Question: are you going to just weasel it in there, unbeknownst to everybody, or
He
is
said weasel.
yes, I said weasel, or is it going to be more? Oh, you find out this about this character.
I like both ideas.
It might be a combination of the two.
Okay, because I guess you weaseled it in there. I didn't even notice that there was a rumor. I have to go back and listen.
It was at the tail end of the last session.
Yeah, and he didn't say this is a rumor. He just introduced the situation that there are rumors about.
Is that when you killed the girl?
It was during that.
It was
during
a part
scene.
of that. Yes.
The cat.
Yes.
Yeah, there's rumors about me and pets,
Like
me and animals.
animals just don't come back from being with him.
But it's mean to kill a cat.
Of course it's me. Why would you kill a cat? so I mentioned we have stray cats in the neighborhood, like lots of stray cats.
We saw two of them out the window.
They were playing at work. Guys are always talking to me about putting out pitchers and bowls of antifreeze and stuff.
That's-
And I'm like,
that's
no, that's just like a certain dark place you just don't come back from. When you start killing cats, you can't come back from that kind of darkness in your soul.
That's when you start going BTK.
Yeah.
I know.
So, Jeremy, you want more interaction from the rumors.
Well, I know. I mean, I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's not necessarily
not
what
necessarily
you would like to do.
like, oh, I need to have these more rumors.
Right.
No, it's just. I mean, more.
Is there something you would like to find out?
I learned a lot this session, so
John,
I was gonna say the same thing as Aaron.
More teamwork?
honestly, just everybody finally working together.
Less fires.
Which, in saying that, like I said before, requires some hurdles being jumped in one way or another.
Yeah, that's one thing about this kind of campaign compared to Angel's Guard and Terra Proximus was that both of those you were already part of an organization.
Yeah.
Right. So you had it easy to work together. This one, I
Well,
mean,
we're all part of an organization that no one likes and no one wants to trust. And
oh, you mean the
North
city?
North Belisara in general.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like you said, the as far as my hurdle, honestly, if you had been talking to Chime at a time that was not immediately after him being a part of an explosion or a fire, you'd been more willing to talk.
Yeah.
It was a more emotional high thing right there, you know?
Now that we're moving away from this first episode, I don't think there's going to be quite so many fires. Like a buildings catching on fire and stuff like that. I mean, that was really like kind of a day in the life of Jerr Lan. So
Next episode with 100% fewer fires.
not no fires, just fewer fires.
This whole campaign's going to have fires.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
where the big bads are fires. Dregs.
Yeah.
Who says they're the big bads? Maybe they're the good guys in all this.
They're not the good guys, because they kidnap children.
Yes. because they kidnap children, they're the bad guys.
I guess you're right.
But they may not be the big bad guys.
Yeah.
If they're not the big bad guys, then I've got some homework to do.
I don't know. They're just saying.
You know, before now and next session, you'll just watch a documentary and come up with these are the big bads.
I just hear it's either going to be the Fire Drakes or the Council.
The council, us overthrowing the council would be tons of fun.
Yeah.
Bring it. Yeah! In my other campaign, we just overthrew a kingdom.
Oh, that's awesome.
We killed the king, and then he came back to life. But it wasn't actually the king.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
It was an actor
Pretending to be the king.
that was pretending to be
awesome.
the king, and he had like a persuasion, like magical persuasion, like you can
The spell persuasion.
the spell persuasion, and we lost against him, and then we came back and we killed the king again.
The real king?
No, another fake king, and then we killed the guy that was pretending to be the king the last time.
If the fire drakes end up being the big bad, there needs to be a moment where two of our characters, maybe to reminisce Angel's Guard, my character and Aaron's character, bust in, mark everybody, and then say, "For the council!"
We will not see the for the council.
We will not seat the council. Yeah.
All right, I think we're going to go ahead and stick a fork in it. Thanks very much for listening. Thank you for listening to Bone Throwers Theater. Our cast is Aaron, Jeff, Jeremy, Johnny, and Jordan. We are releasing this podcast under a Creative Commons Attribution, Non-Commercial, No Derivatives 3.0 Unported license. That means that you can share the podcast, but please do not modify it or try to gain financially from it. If you would like to visit our website, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater.com. If you would like to send us an email, you can do so at bonethrowerstheater@gmail.com. Our Twitter handle is @bonethrowerstheater, and also you can look us up on Facebook. And until next time, may the bones fall ever in your favor. This has been a Nerd Circle podcast production.